Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is George Kengori. I'm your online finance guy who speaks about all things finance. How you can be able to save, invest and grow in your financial outlook. And today I'm going to speak about why women should take a front seat on all matters finance. I don't know whether it is a culture that I have grown up in or it is my upbringing, but in our culture, women have always taken a backseat when it comes to matters finance, and they have left it for the men to battle it out on things finance. And we have had several disastrous outcomes. So many times have women been left in awe or surprised when the men who have been entrusted with this wealth end up misusing this wealth, end up doing funny financial transactions that actually affect the family. Or worse, when this man dies, they leave behind a wake of debt and careless financial mistakes that leave the family in distress. And because these women, or even at best, when this man even leaves some wealth and some businesses running, this woman or this wife has not been involved in the finances from the beginning or from the businesses from the beginning, and so cannot be able to manage effectively, and this business actually die. So why is it important that these women or our women take a front seat as regards to all matters finance? The first thing is women actually outlive men. Yes, the average woman lives at least 3 or more years after the men have died. I do not know whether it is because men, by and large, undertake much more dangerous activities. They are much more aggressive in driving. They are much more aggressive in the activities they undertake. They are much more risk-taking and so are more likely to die. Also, it could be that men cannot be able to handle stressful situations and are the first ones that are most likely to be affected when a big structural change as regards to finances actually happens. So women outlive men, and so women should also be actively or equally involved in matters finance, because by taking a back seat and they are going to outlive their husbands and spouses, then it is going to be disastrous when they do not have a clue or an idea how these finances are actually run. The other thing is many women are clueless after the death of their husbands and end up suffering financially. I have heard of many stories and I have seen of many women who, after their rich husbands pass away, they are unable to manage their finances. They are unable to manage their assets. And because they took a back seat, they are not even aware of the extent of wealth that their husbands actually accumulated. And all this wealth ends up being eaten or misused by others, or misused by the same wife who was left behind. Women suffer after the death of their husbands because of taking a back seat when they should have been involved, when they should have been knowing and at least aware of how things happen as regards to finances. And they may end up suffering together with their children when the husband had actually catered for their finances. The other thing is, this is an empowering opportunity. It is an opportunity for women to be empowered when they are engaged on decisions as regards to finances, on matters as regards to finances, even the construction projects. They should also take a front seat, because when they do take a back seat, it is disempowering. And for you to be able to feel empowered and become empowered, you have to be actively involved. You have to be interested in these things. They might not be as exciting as gossip, for example, but they are going to make an important mark in your financial future. So ensure that you are empowered by following, by listening and being keen on financial affairs. Do not take a back seat and wait for things to happen. I've heard of funny stories of women waiting to get married so that they can start getting and thinking of financial independence and financial security. Why should you wait to have a spouse so that you can start thinking about things, finance, and how you can be able to improve your financial outlook? Start now. Let your husband who is going to marry you come and find you on the way moving forward as regards to finances, and who tells you you will actually get married. So it is important that you ensure that you are aware and are actually in charge of your financial affairs. Again, when women are not empowered to do these things as regards to financial things, to take charge, they end up being conned by relatives. They end up listening to their own parents to the extent where they make decisions that are not financially prudent, and they actually suffer financial losses. I have met a friend of mine who was always listening to the father. Whatever the father said, she did. She made the money, but the father made the decisions on her behalf. And some of these decisions that she made were because of her father's fears and not because it was financially prudent. So she invested in a lot of land that was attached to their family land, and it ended up benefiting the brothers and the father and the mother more than it benefited her. And actually, after getting married, the husband could not move to this home or this land that this lady had been buying, because again, it is attached to the family of the lady, and culturally, as per their culture, it was a bit harder for the man to again move to the woman's local area and place where she originated from. So some of these things are as regards of women not being empowered and not taking charge of their finances. Take charge of your finances. If you make the money, or if you are part of the making of the money, then be in charge of the actual management of this money. Of course, the other thing is it helps with synergy. You might find that various people in this marriage have various competencies. One may be a good saver. One may be a good spender. One may actually be able to spot opportunities. They have that ability to spot opportunities before others actually do. So when you are not involved, your actual particular expertise towards helping your family be better financially is actually ignored. And as a couple, you do not enjoy the synergy that comes with working together towards getting a greater output. So the other thing is that it makes it easier to achieve goals. This is because you are working together and you are moving together, as opposed to one person is moving fast and the other is not even aware, or even doing things that are counter to the movement of this other spouse. So one might be left behind, not financially aware, and actually just spending and overspending, while the other partner is going forward. And it might be stressful to one partner who may be more financially prudent, and it might actually cause a strain in your marriage when you do not work together as regards to your finances. So ensure that you are working together financially and you are aware and you are moving in the same direction, because it is even easier to achieve these goals. I have met couples who have built houses together, and the husband finances maybe the land acquisition and a lot of the construction, but it reaches a point where they are limited as regards to finances, and the wife chips in. She does the roofing, she does the painting, and she does the finishes. And this cannot happen when you are not working together, or when you have taken a backseat and are not involved in financial well-being of your family. So ensure that you are on track and you are also part of the making charge of the finances in your family. Of course, the other thing is we have to agree that women are better at managing. Women are better at evaluating risk. Men may be more risk-taking. They may be more eager to take on more risk. They may be more eager to achieve certain goals, but women are good at managing the day-to-day activities. When you are not involved, or when you do not involve your wife, or you as a woman are not involved in the family's financial path, then you deny your family that good management skill that you most likely have. So ensure that you are actively involved in your finances, so that you are not caught off guard, so that you are aware of every investment that your family takes on, and so that in case of demise, you are not left financially broke because you do not know how to manage what is already achieved in your family. I hope that you are learning, you are growing, and you're becoming better in your finances. Remember to subscribe to the channel to leave a comment down below and to like this video so that this message can reach to more and more people. Thank you and enjoy your